Yeah. Yeah. What I'm honored to be here. I'm happy to be here. I think December 19th is going to be crazy though. I think the center's going to be like buzzing, just crazy energy in the room. I think it's really good. So now, remember I took a year out of the game to refresh because I was just piling on more and more baggage. I just feel fresh, I feel rejuvenated. It wasn't like I took the year out in vain. I had a purpose and now I'm just living. No, you look fresh. I feel good, man. I feel good. I've been training hard. I'm close to the weight that I need to be at for the fight. I feel good. He's done me a favor. Walking around bulky and heavy, I feel quick. I feel amazing. So I'm looking forward to the fight. That's why I'm just vibing right now. I think he is a smart operator. I think he's managed to put a good team around him to help him achieve his wildest dreams. I think he's a smart young man. So I don't want to focus on it being like about Jake. Oh, Jake's small, so that makes me confident. Jake's this, so that makes me confident. I'm just focused on myself. I'm confident in myself.
2 weeks before Jake Paul steps into the ring with Anthony Joshua, the atmosphere already feels unstable, like the quiet tension right before a courtroom verdict drops. Broadcasters whisper, fans argue, and every sports desk treats this matchup like a live explosion waiting to happen. Because deep down, everyone senses the same thing. This isn't hype anymore. Something dangerous is building, and this was only the beginning.
All right, come in.
Coaches aren't meant to understand that you're tired. Coaches aren't meant to understand that you have emotions. Coaches are just supposed to look at you like you're a machine, and they just want results. I may be tired, but I just got to bite down on my gum shield because if I can perform to an elite level when I'm tired, imagine what I can do when I'm at rest and when I've got energy. I've been through them days where I'm looking for sympathy and you just don't get it in sport, but you don't get it. I always knew there could be the most talented fighter out there, especially in our industry. If they can't sell tickets, they can't put bombs on seats, they'll never showcase their skills to the world, no matter how good they are. And that's why I say you have to have marketability and you have to have ability. And when you bring those two worlds together, it's a recipe for success.
Anthony Joshua isn't preparing for some YouTuber cameo. He's training like a man ready to carry out a live TV execution. No jokes, no smiles, just cold, heavyweight kill mode. Like he plans to walk in, land one brutal right hand, and walk out before the broadcast delay catches up. His silence says everything. He's not here to entertain. He's here to shut down the punchline before it's even told.
So I say I don't think Jake's crazy. He's a realist. He's a logical man, and he wants to fight. He wants to fight good fight. I looked at it and said, "Wow, this is a great opportunity to showcase myself to the whole world." And God willing, my prayers are answered, and I get the job done, and I hurt Jake in spectacular fashion, like get a victory. And Jake called me directly. He called me. He didn't call my team. Jake called me. I said, okay, no problem, no problem. Easy money. Not easy money. We'll see. I'll let you know December 19th, December 20th.
But here's the twist no one expected. Jake Paul is walking around like he's rewriting boxing history. He's carrying that wild, unshakable confidence you see right before someone attempts something insane on national television. He speaks like he belongs in the ring with a former unified world champion. And the terrifying part, he genuinely believes it. In boxing, belief can be as lethal as a left hook.
I don't think it's necessarily fair to AJ. I just know that I have the power and the timing. It's the shots that you don't see coming that knock people out. And I'm a tricky knockout artist that people don't give me enough credit for. I've won knockout of the year. So he has to be careful. And I do have the timing, the speed, and the tricks up my sleeve to be able to hit a shot on this guy that he doesn't see coming that can put him to sleep 1,000%.
Jake Paul truly believes he can wreck AJ's big night, flip the script, ruin the narrative, and turn Joshua's easy money mission into the most expensive disaster of his career. He's acting like the underdog, who intentionally read the wrong script. And when a man with nothing to lose steps into a heavyweight war thinking destiny is on his side, that's when things get truly dangerous.
I think it's watching his Dubois fight, watching the Ruiz fight, even watching the Usyk fight. And when you look at it, he's lost to guys who are smaller than him. I think it's his, it's his weakness, it's his kryptonite, is the faster guys who don't get hit by his big punches. He's definitely a bit chinny. He's durable, he gets back up, he knows how to fight when he's hurt, and he's still dangerous when he's hurt. But I do see holes where I can land big shots.
Amid all the chaos, Amir Khan steps in like the only grown-up in a collapsing room. He warns that this fight isn't content, it's risk. Real risk. He says Jake's team, especially Nikisa, might be pushing him toward a payday that could cost far more than money. Behind the scenes, people know the truth. Once a heavyweight lands clean, the story can end in a single second.
First of all, I think Nikisa hates Jake Paul because he wants him dead, I think. That's what it comes down to. Me and JB had a meeting with Nikisa and he was giving big ones, which I did not understand. He's not really like, come on. But like, he really wants to see his own friend that he calls my childhood friend hurt. That is wrong, bro. Like, you know what I mean? He's chasing the money. So he's just gone straight to the money and put my man in the firing line against a heavyweight champion who can hurt him and literally cause him problems in the future as well.
Khan goes even deeper, saying Jake's camp seems focused on a massive payday, not long-term safety. He reminds everyone that Joshua isn't just a heavyweight. He's a human wrecking ball with power that doesn't fade. One clean shot is all it takes. Jake hasn't spent years conditioning his body to survive the kind of punch that flattened Ngannou. One mistake could end more than a career. If you're watching, hit subscribe, because what happens next might shock you.
Look, if AJ hits him with a shot like he hit Ngannou and knocked him clean out, I mean, even Ngannou would knock Jake Paul out. But that just shows, like, but you can't mess with the sport. Boxing, you can't mess with boxing. Oh, boxing is a sport that you have to respect. You're always at one punch away from getting hurt, and something bad's gonna happen one day, and they're gonna regret it. They're gonna say, "Oh, why did we take that fight?" It's not like they need the money. And if I was AJ, and a YouTuber come to me, who's tiny, who's smaller than me, and weaker than me, and has no experience at all, you think I'm gonna say no to him?
Khan makes it clear he's not anti-YouTuber. He respects guys like Slim who prove themselves. But this matchup crosses a line. This is the type of danger where one wrong slip could scar everyone involved, the fighter, the promoter, even the sport. Because boxing isn't a game built on views or viral clips. One bad punch can rewrite someone's entire life.
Just ends this YouTube boxing, because in a way, someone is gonna get hurt badly, and this could be the fight that someone gets hurt so bad that they will never ever get sanctioned to ever fight again. You know what I mean? But it's true though, innit, bro? Like, honestly, like, the sport is tough, man. And it's hurt and damaged a lot of people that have been boxers, and let alone, and these are people that are used to taking punches and punishment.
TalkSport continues the conversation with a sharper, analytical lens. Liam Smith loves the spectacle, but says for AJ fans, this is basically a stress-free cash grab after years of elite wars. They note Joshua coming in at 245 pounds, the weight where he's historically most lethal. No distractions, new trainer, new environment. Meanwhile, they respect Jake's rise and his impact on women's boxing. But the skill gap between...
He's actually helping a lot of female fighters and women boxing as well by putting his promotion on, so I respect him massively. But if Anthony Joshua was to lose to Jake Paul, it would be the biggest
upset,
travesty, whatever you want to call it, in boxing history. So he has to look past Jake Paul.
Well, let's hear from Anthony talking to the media in Miami. One of the questions that was put to him was about his lengthy stint outside of the ring.
So I took 12 months out of the game, realigned my vision board, and consolidated a lot of things, trimmed down my team. And I said I need 12 months to do that, so I took 12 months out of the game. And from September 21st, if you think about it back then, to now, December, that's 3 months. So most people take about 8 to 12 weeks to prepare for a fight. So this was like a preparation for a fight, basically.
The panel gets blunt. Joshua shouldn't need a full rebuild, new camp, new psychology for Jake Paul. But all the pressure is on him. Anything less than a violent early finish will spark chaos. Fans will scream rigged, critics will call it staged, and headlines will question AJ's entire future at heavyweight. Meanwhile, Jake yelling that he's ready to die in there might sound like hype, but it also signals he may not understand what real heavyweight power feels like.
He's going to be at 225.
245.
245.
245.
But again, there's no rehydration.
No rehydration clause. 245. That was the last time that he boxed Alexander Usyk, which was back in, 2022? I believe he weighed 245. He was in training camp anyway. He was going to be fighting on the undercard of this fight on Saturday night with Devin Haney. He was going to be fighting on that undercard, 22nd. So he's in shape. His weight's down anyway. So making 245 actually.
He has to be that done.
Yeah, but that's his best weight anyway, Anthony Joshua. That's where he's more athletic. He's got more movement and whatnot. And no disrespect to Jake Paul here, you go without looking past Jake Paul, but he could look past Jake.
TalkSport warns that Joshua can't afford a slow or sloppy performance. His reputation, his rebuild, his credibility, everything sits on this one night. One awkward moment, one lucky punch from Jake, and conspiracy theories will explode across the internet. Meanwhile, Jake's willingness to risk everything is either brilliant marketing or a sign he has no idea what he's stepping into. But when the real footage surfaced, everything changed.
Those sort of statements about I'm ready to die in there and I'm going to bash you up and stomp all over you, give you any cause for concern about the sport?
He's a YouTuber, isn't he? So they want them views. His life's been about views, and taking this fight with Joshua is views for him. So even if he loses in first round, he can always say I've been in with Joshua. Yeah. So he's at a win-win. It's Anthony Joshua what's under pressure. He's got to knock him out fast.
Former world champion Chris Algieri joins with the seriousness of someone who's taken real heavyweight damage. He says even after watching the Miami press conference, it's hard to accept this fight as a legitimate professional matchup. A polished heavyweight champion versus a novice whose biggest weapons are business deals and digital influence. In a real 8-round fight with 10-ounce gloves, Algieri warns Joshua's power could turn this event from entertainment into catastrophe in seconds.
Listen, if it happens, it happens. Boxing is the wild, wild west. Anything can happen, and especially with Jake Paul and his money and his ability to make things happen, it's very, very possible. But I don't see how this fight ever makes it out of the first round. And if it does, then comes into question of, is this a real fight? Have the rule set come out yet? Have we heard whether or not Anthony Joshua has to wear, his boots on the wrong feet if he can't throw his right hand, if he has to be, set up to a shock therapy if he throws punches? Is there anything said yet, or is this a real fight? Do we know?
8 rounds, 10-ounce gloves, 3 minutes.
And it's a real sanction.
Algieri crushes the AJ has a weak chin narrative immediately, saying you first need to land a clean punch, and Jake couldn't even do that consistently against a faded Chavez Jr. Closing distance on a 240-pound heavyweight with Olympic timing is a puzzle even elite fighters have failed to solve. He says he wouldn't fight Jake himself, even for millions, because careers deserve respect. Joshua, fresh off surgery and setbacks, needs a clean, fast finish to repair his reputation. Anything less and rumors of a fixed fight will explode online. And Algieri ends with the darkest warning yet. The first real heavyweight punch Jake takes might not just end the fight, it might end the entire experiment. For part 2, hit subscribe.